In today's video, we'll be looking at the types of capacitors. We'll also look at what they are used for, general use of a capacitor, and also look at the units of a capacitor, and finally we'll look at the calculations in series, parallel plate capacitor, and energy stored in a capacitor. So types of capacitor, we have the ceramic capacitor, we have the high voltage capacitor, we have the paper capacitor, we have the mica capacitor, we have the electrolyte capacitor. All these are different types of capacitor, but they all have the same function. One of the functions of a capacitor, or the uses of a capacitor, are: number one, it is used to store charges. Number two, it is used in tuning circuits. Of TV/radio receiver. Now, these are the two major functions or uses of a capacitor. Now, the next thing you need to know that capacitor is measured in coulombs per volt, which is also called farad. It is denoted as F. Smaller farad, which are microfarad, which is equal to 10 raised to the power of minus 6F, and nanofarad, which is equal to 10 raised to the power of minus 9F. So these are the units of capacitance of a capacitor, and these are the uses. So the next thing we'll be looking at is calculation in capacitance of a capacitor, in series connection, parallel connection, and energy stored in a capacitor. Now we have 5 questions to solve under capacitance of a capacitor. Now the first question is, what is the capacitance of an empty parallel plate capacitor with metal plates that each have an area of 1.00 meter square separated by 1.00 millimeter? B. How much charge is stored in the capacitor if the voltage of 3.00 times 10 raised to the power 3 volts is applied to it? Solution. Parallel plate capacitor is given as C is equal to E naught A divided by D. Therefore, our E naught is a constant, which is 8.85 times 10 raised to the power minus 12 permittivity of free space. My area, which is measured in meter square, is 1.00 divided by the distance is 1.00 times 10 raised to the power of minus 3. If you observe, is in millimeter. So we are going to be changing it to meter by multiplying it by 10 raised to the power of minus 3. So therefore, my answer will be given as 8.85 times 10 raised to the power of minus 12 times 1 divided by 10 raised to the power of minus 3. My answer will be given as 8.85 times 10 raised to the power of minus 9 farad. Please confirm that with your calculator when you're solving. Question number 1b. How much charge? So my Q is equal to CV, which is equal to my C is given as 8.8 times 10 raised to the power of minus 9 times, what's the voltage given as? 3 times 10 raised to the power of 3. So therefore, 3 times 8.85, this should be 5 here, will be given as Q is equal to Q, which is the charge, is equal to 2.65 times 10 raised to the power of minus 5 coulombs. So that's question number 1A and question number 1B solution. Question number 2. A parallel plate capacitor with a capacitance of 1 farad. What area must you use for each plate if the plates are separated by 1.0 millimeter? So therefore, let's find the area of this problem. My C is equal to E naught A divided by D. How can I make A subject of formula? I'll cross multiply and I'll have CD is equal to E naught A. A alone is equal to CD divided by E naught, which is equal to 1 times 10 raised to the power of minus 3 divided by 8.85 times 10 raised to the power of minus 12. Your final answer will be given as 1.2 times 10 raised to the power of minus 16 meters square. Question number 3. Determine the amount of charge stored on either plate of a capacitor. The capacitor is given as 4 times 10 raised to the power of minus 6 when connected to a 12 volt battery. V is equal to 12 volts. So therefore, my Q is equal to CV, which is equal to what's my C? 4 times 10 raised to the power of minus 6 times 12. 12 times 4 will give us 48 times 10 raised to the power of minus 6 coulombs. That should be your final answer. 3 capacitors are connected in series. C1 is equal to 2 microcoulomb. C2 is equal to 3 microcoulomb. C3 is equal to 5 microcoulomb. Calculate the equivalent capacitor. 1 all over C equivalent is equal to 1 all over C1 plus 1 all over C2 plus 1 all over C3. How do we solve this? 1 all over 2 plus 1 all over 3 plus 1 all over 5. You look for the LCM, or you just solve direct solving by using 1 to divide by 2 and get your answer, or you look for the LCM of 3, 2 and 5. So looking for the LCM of 3, 2 and 5, we'll have 30 30 going to do 15 plus 30 going to 3, 10 plus 30 going to 5, 6. So our answer here will be giving us 31 over 30, which is equal to 1 all over C equivalent. C alone will be equal to 30 over 31 microfarad. You can decide to leave your answer in fraction, or you find the standard form or decimal points for your answer. So that's question number 4 is being answered. Question number 5, we are given a diagram to calculate the equivalent capacitor in this circuit. So let's look at question number 5. If you look at this, you'll see that this capacitor and this capacitor are connected in parallel connection. So you just add 2.5 and 6.0 microfarad. So therefore C is equal to 2.5 times 10 raised to the power of minus 6 plus 6.0 times 10 raised to the power of minus 6. So this will give us 8.5 times 10 raised to the power of minus 6. So that's not where you stop. After solving that, you'll see that your point will now look like this. From the A, you have this to be 8.5 microfarad. Then if you move it again, you have 2.0 microfarad. So now it's not in series connection. So you're going to be solving it. Your final or equivalent capacitance of a capacitor in series connection. So therefore, 1 all over C equivalent is equal to 1 all over 8.5 plus 1 all over 2. So therefore, I'll advise you to divide it direct, since we can't look for the LCM, or it will be difficult to look for the LCM of 8.5. So therefore, 1 divided by 8.5 will give us 0.12 plus 1 divided by 2 will give us 0.5. 0.5 plus 0.12. Our final answer will be can see how simple it is. So the last one, before I drop the question for you guys to solve and drop in the comment section, is question number 6. Now, question number 6, we are asked to determine the energy stored. Looking at this equation, which equation are we using for energy stored? Recall that energy stored in a capacitor has 3 equation or formula. In case you have not watched my previous video, you need to go back and watch it. Now, we are going to be using this equation to solve that problem. U is equal to 1 all over 2 times Q square all over C. Now, therefore, what was given? Let's read the question. A 2 microfarad capacitor is charged up to 24 coulombs. Determine the energy stored in the capacitor. So half times 24 square divided by 2 times 10 raised to the power of minus 6. You multiply this and you divide it, I believe your final answer will be given as 1.4 times 10 raised to the power of 2 joules. Please confirm that and make sure it's correct. So that's for question number 6. Now you can see that everything we did in our first video, we applied it here when solving in the second video, which is the part 4 of electricity physics. Now, I'm going to be dropping a question, up to 7 questions. We are going to try solving them. Drop all your answer in the comment section. Don't miss anyone. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. So question number 1 to 7. Drop your answer in the comment section. See you in our next video.